Hello guys, this is Paul McWhorter from TopTechBoy.com, and I am here today with lesson number 20 in our new, our improved, our most excellent Arduino tutorials. And what we're going to learn today is we are going to learn how to use the RGB LED. You've used a red LED, you've used a green LED, you've used a blue LED, but today you get the red, green, blue LED all in one package. And so I need you to pour yourself a nice big mug of iced coffee to cool your parched throat. And then I need you to get out your most excellent eLego Super Starter Kit, the Uno R3 project kit. What? You don't have one? Check out the description, click on the link, hook a brother up, get your starter kit. I use this. This thing has a Arduino and a boatload of sensors, and I use it for all of this series so you can play along at home. Okay, we're going to learn how to use the RGB LED. So I need you to open up your Arduino kit, and then I need to get out of your way, and I need you to get the Arduino. I need you to get your breadboard, 3 current limiting resistors, and then I am going to zoom in even more. I need you to get the RGB LED. It's, that was a hit the microphone disaster. That's your little bag of LEDs, and find the one that has the 4 legs. It is the LED with the 4 legs. You can't see it very well. There, that you can see it. It's the 4-legged LED. And then not in your kit, but somewhere, somehow, I need you to procure a ping pong ball. Yes, the ping pong ball, the globe. We will call it the orb. You can pick one of these up somewhere, I'm sure, but you do need a ping pong ball. Okay, so let's see where we are going to start. All right, the title of this lesson is Understanding the RGB LED, and so we need to figure out how this thing works. You notice that it has 4 legs, and let me see how to get this where you can see it. You see how it has 4 legs, and you could think of it as, you can think of it this way because this really is the way it is. Now, I should give a disclaimer here, and the disclaimer is there are 2 types of RGB LEDs. There is a common cathode LED. The cathode is the ground pin, and so you could look at this as a red LED, a green LED, and a blue LED all sharing a common ground pin or a common cathode. There's also common anode. In the eLego kit, it is a common cathode. If you pull your hair out and this lesson doesn't work, it's probably you have a different type of RGB LED. But if you have the eLego kit, it comes with a common cathode LED, RGB LED. All right. The thing to notice is, as you can see here, man, this is showing up good today. One of the legs is longer. Of the 4 legs, one of the legs is longer. And that longer leg is the ground. And then I'm going to put this here like this. And when you have the longer leg here that is ground, then the leg below it is red. The leg above the long one is green, and then the very top leg is blue. And the way you look at that is you've got R, you've got G, you've got blue, B, and they share a common ground. Okay, how do you hook this thing up? You hook it up just like you would 3 separate ones, but each one needs its own current limiting resistor. And I always have some wise guy who says, well, I'll just put one down here. But that really doesn't work, because if you have one on, you're drawing the current from one and dropping the voltage from one. If you have 2 or 3 and different, it's just use the 3, and I don't want to argue with you, so I just suggest that you use 3 current limiting resistors and not cause problems for me, okay? So now, how are we going to hook this up? Well, we got to keep track of that ground pin, and I'm going to kind of put that long one a little bit towards the right, And then what I'm going to do is, I think the best thing to do is, all right, you see how I have that? I'm going to hook it, I'm going to plug it in down below the trench. And then you've just got to make sure that every wire, every lead goes into its own hole like this. And it's kind of hard to get in there. There, you see that? And then what I've got to keep track of is I've got to keep track of this is the cathode, or this is the ground. And in fact, it would probably be wise for me to go ahead and hook that one up to ground so that I can keep track of it, that will come over to GND with a little luck. All right, got to get that out of the way. Now the one that is by itself to the side of GND is red. I like to use a red wire to hook red up, and so red is going to come to pin, get out of the way, pin, oh no, that doesn't work. I got to put my resistors in. Okay, so this one is going to be the resistor, the current limiting resistor for red. And notice how I'm jumping across. Do you see how I'm jumping across the trench in the middle? And now I will use on the other side of ground, the pin on the other side of ground is green. So this will be the current limiting resistor for green. Make sure that you don't go to the ground pin, but you go to the one to the other side of the ground pin. Okay, so now I have a current limiting resistor connected to the green pin, and now I need a current limiting resistor connected to the blue pin, which is the one on the end. All right. This is not too terribly bad. So that end one is the blue one, and then I have the green one, and then the next one is the ground, which I've already hooked up, and then I have the red one. Now I need to bring these to Arduino pins, and so I'm going to take the resistor, the current limiting resistor here, the current limiting resistor here that goes to red, and I'm going to bring that to, that thing was blinking, did you see that? Did I just imagine it was that LED blinking? Maybe I'm going crazy. Okay, I'm going to bring that to pin 8. And now the next one is going to be green, so I come to the current limiting resistor for green, and I bring it to pin 9. And then I get the current limiting resistor for blue, and I bring that to pin 10. What clever thing did I do here? What clever thing did I do here? What I did was I use a blue wire to connect to the blue one, I use a green wire to connect to green, and I use a red one to connect to red. And that's actually not part of my OCD. That actually does help. That really does help in debugging and trying to get things figured out if you use colored wires compared to the color. And then our ping pong ball, our globe, our orb has a carefully drilled hole in it so we can put it over the LED, making a beautiful little lamp. All right, now we are going to have to start coding, and this time, unlike the last lesson where I sat and babbled on and did not have a window up where you could see my code, I will put a window up where you can see my code. I'm going to scoot this over a little bit, and then I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, there is our globe. And here's our code. Okay, so what are we going to need? We are going to need to get our pins hooked up. So we are going to go int, and you can see, good, red pin was just checking. Red pin was equal to 8. int green pin was equal to 9, int blue pin was equal to 10. And I'm just checking there. You see how it's nice that I have the colored wires, because now as I go back, I know that the wire corresponds to the right pin. All right, that's pretty cool. Okay, now I'm going to do a string, because you're going to have to get from the user what color you want. So I'm going to say the string is my color, and that is going to not be set to anything. All right, what do I need to do in the void setup? Well, I'm going to be getting from the user what color they want. And so it is going to be very useful if I have the serial monitor on. So I'll do a serial.begin at my favorite old faithful baud rate of 9600. And then I'm going to, you know how I always like do this and don't put my pin modes in and then it doesn't work? That's getting old. I'm going to put my pin modes. Pin mode, what do I want? Red pin. It is an output. And then what do I have? Pin mode red. Green pin is an output. And then pin mode blue pin is an output, like that. All right. So I've turned my serial monitor on. I've got those things on. I've got those pins configured. What do I need? I need from the user what color they would like. How do I do that? How do I get input from a user? I ask, I wait, I read. So I'm going to need a string up here, which is a message. So string MSG, and that's going to be equal to what color do you want? Hey, we've got some British listeners. Let's tip our hat to them and spell it C-O-L-O-U-R. Okay? For all of our British friends out there, you know, acknowledge. If you got the little shout out there, let us know in a comment. Okay? So what color do you want? That looks good. Now, in my void loop, how do I get the color from the user? I ask, wait, read. So I'll do a serial.println, and what do I print? Message, which asks them for the color. Now what do I do? Serial.println, no. I ask them for the color. I ask, now what do I do? Wait. So how do I wait? I do a while loop, and while what is true? Serial.available, no star, equal 0, 0. Remember, 2 equals. And then begin, and then Arduino puts the ending one in, even though I hate it. While I'm waiting for data on the serial monitor, what do? Absolutely nothing. So I don't put anything in the while loop. It just hangs there. Then once it does have data, it drops out of the while loop. What do? I read it. What do I read it into? My variable, my color. So I have my color is equal to, how do I read a string? Serial.read string, open close parentheses. I don't know why. Now, at this point, I should have my color. Let's say that we have 3 different colors. If my color equal red, then what do? No, are you screaming at me? If I say if my color equal red, what did that just do? It set my color equal to red. If it's a conditional, it's an equal. Now I start my clause. Arduino ends my clause. If my color equal red, what do? Well, I do a digital write. What pin? Red pin. And what do? A high, like that. Okay. Now, you got to remember, you might have ended up, this might be the second time through, and you might have been blue last time. So you got to remember blue is still on. So you not only set high what you want to set high, you got to set those others low. And so the easiest way to do that is I will copy this, I will paste it, and then I will say green pin is going to be low. So if I turn the red on, I turn the green off, and then digital right. I guess I could have pasted it again. Blue pin, low, like that. Okay, so this works for red. Well, what if they want green? The easiest thing is to copy and paste and then just adjust this. Control V. And if my color, now I will edit this for green, and that would be low, and then that would be high for green, and then that would be low. Now I can do this now, Control V, and now we will do blue, and this will be low, low, high. You guys realize I just make this up as I go along, so I kind of wing it. I'm going to add another one. Control V, and then this one is going to be off, where you can turn it off, and that will be what? Low, low, low. I just did that on the fly, man. I'm improvising. I was doing this. I thought, hey, I saw this also. I thought, why don't we just have one where we turn it off? Okay. Now, the moment of truth. I've done a lot of code here. I've done it kind of quickly. I hope I didn't mess up. So I need you to hold your breath. If every one of you will hold your breath, we will download this without any errors. Okay, here we go. Oh, somebody didn't hold their breath. Who did not hold their breath? You know who you are. And also, we will put a semicolon after this message. What color do you want? C-O-L-O-U-R. We will put a semicolon there. Now, every one of you, including the guy that didn't last time, hold your breath. Another darn mistake. What is this one? Can't. Wow. Oh, serial.open. Serial.begin was 9600. Man, this one, a lot of times I put mistakes in on purpose. This is void setup, serial.begin, while serial.available open. Man, you know what? I don't know what my mistake was here. I bet I know. Let's see. No. I was trying to think if my serial monitor was open, but my serial monitor was not open. And then I will look. I am on. Okay, my serial port has gotten goofed up a little bit. And so I need to just see if I can unplug the Arduino. There was something a little bit strange that happened there. I don't think it was my code. For some reason, I'm getting all these COM1s on there. Guys, this is just an unusual thing that happens sometimes. And I think that I will need to save this. So I'm going to save this as, and I'll go over here so you can see what I am doing. I believe if I go here, you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to save this not as bare minimum. I'm going to save this as RGB, and then save it. All right. Then I'm going to close the whole thing, and then I'm going to open up Arduino. For some reason, all of a sudden it was seeing 3 serial ports. It actually looks like I went back to the same program as I had before, so that's kind of good. And then I need to look at my serial ports this time, and good, it sees COM1, it doesn't see anything else. Now I'm going to plug this back in. I'm going to plug the Arduino back in. And hopefully we're not going to see 3 serial ports this time. Okay, there it is. We see 1, COM3. You know, sometimes when you're hooking things up, like if I accidentally shorted out, like let's say that I accidentally shorted out one of the wires, you can kind of goof things up. And then what did I do when it got goofed up? I started by just trying to unplug the Arduino. That wasn't enough. I came in and I actually killed the program, and then after killing the program, I turned it back on. So let's try again to download the program. This time, I really do need you all to hold your breath, okay? Oh, come on. Yeah. Okay, that time it worked. And I guess I need to go here where you can see it asking me the question. And so now I will open my serial monitor. What color do you want? What do you think? Red. Okay, here we go. It's waiting for me to click enter, right? It's sitting in that while loop spinning, and then I hit enter. Boom! Do you see that? Do you see that? I'm going to turn the lights off so you can see it a little better. Okay. You see, I put the globe on it so you can see it a little better. Well, maybe I should turn more lights off. Ooh, that's good. Okay, get a little mood lighting going here. So that's red. That's still, it's like getting too bright now. I wish you could see it better. This darn camera is like autoing itself. What if I turned it on? Ooh, stay like that. Stay like that. Okay, so that's red. Now what color do I want? I want green. It's like something, okay. Green. Boom! Look at that, green. Let's try blue. Boom! Look at that. Let's try off. Off! Wow! Are you watching this? Are you watching this magic happen? Are you watching this magic happen? Let's go back to blue. Okay, that is pretty darn cool. That is pretty darn cool. All right, you know what I want to do though? This is what I want you to see. Do you want me to leave it in the dark? You want me to turn the lights back on? Okay, I will turn the lights back on. All right, lights are back on. Okay, this is what I want you to think. Let's come back over here. We turned on red, we turned on green, we turned on blue. We turned on red, we turned on green, we turned on blue. I want you to think, what is it that we could do? What is it that we could do? What if we mixed colors? Okay, what if we mix colors? Let's do a different one. Okay, I'm going to go Control Copy, and then Enter, and then I'm going to do Control V. And what if I wanted aqua? Aqua. What would that be? Well, that would be some green. But you know what? If I just do digital rights now, it's going to be green, blue, and red off. What if I want to get just that perfect form of aqua? I could do an analog right, and I could do an analog right. And then what I want to do here is, right on analog rights, you put a number between 0 and 255. I'll just start with 255. And normally I don't put numbers down here, but just so you can kind of see what I'm doing, I'm using numbers instead of constants. We'll just start with both of them all the way on, and then we'll tweak it to get that perfect shade of aqua. We will download. You do not... Oh, what was that? Oh, okay. I told you not to hold your breath. I was overconfident. Okay, let's hold our breath. Boom. Okay, that downloaded. So now we will open up the serial monitor and we will type in aqua. What color do I want? I want aqua. Okay, I don't know if you can see it there. You see it's just too... I wish I could get it better where you could see it. I wonder if I kind of put a little paper over it even. I don't know, because you see as it gets darker, the camera adjusts and then it blows it out again. That was like almost like, right. But you see, if you look at it, and if you guys are playing along at home, what you can see is it's way too blue and it's not enough green. And so green's full blast. So let's take blue down to 125. And then let's download again. And now we got to tell it again. What color do you want? Aqua. That is a lot better aqua, but I still think that it's too much blue. So I'm going to take blue down to 80. Maybe you like a different aqua than I do. You know, maybe you like a different aqua than I do. AQUA, aqua. That is a beautiful aqua there. That perfect kind of turquoise that's between. I wish I could make this stop auto-exposing, changing the exposure. Okay, maybe if I just go like that, you can get a little glimpse of it. Maybe you would like a different aqua than this. But what you can see is now you can mix colors. Okay, so your assignment now for this is to go in and create a spectrum of colors, not just red, green, and blue. I want you to do red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, yellow. I want you to do orange. I want you to do off. I want you to do fuchsia. I want you to do fuchsia. Okay, and so that's what your assignment is for the next lesson. Okay, guys, I hope you had as much fun with this. I hope you had as much fun with this as I had making it. I hope you will think about giving us a thumbs up. I hope you will think about subscribing to the channel and ringing the bell so that you get notifications. And I hope you will share this with other people. Paul McWhorter from TopTechBoy.com. I will talk to you guys later.